Hello guys, well in the last class we have discussed how to represent a body in a homogeneous coordinate system, and also we have represented or also we have solved a numerical on how to represent a body in a homogeneous coordinate system by just adding one row and one more column. So next topic in your first unit is inverse transformation. Inverse transformation. Well, you know that, well, if I have a point P which is having coordinate points x comma y, and it is after translated, rotated, reflected or scaled up, we are going to have the transformed point P dash which having the coordinate points x dash and y dash after transformation, whatever the transformation it is, right? So we have a formula to find out that transformed points, that is P dash equal to the transformation matrix multiplied with the initial points P. Okay, if I want to find out the coordinate points of the transformed point, I have the formula matrix multiplication of transformation matrix with the initial point P. Well, this transformation matrix can be anything, like that may be translation, that may be reflection, that may be rotation, or that may be scaling. Okay, that will be changes based on the transformation. Okay, so this is useful if they have given the initial points and told us that it is translated, rotated, reflected or scaled up, and you have to find out the transformed points. Okay, so what if they have given the transformed point, this P dash, x dash and y dash, and given the transformations and ask us to find out the initial points. Ask us to find out initial points. So what I need to do is, so this form, in the form of transform point equal to the equation, I wanted this equation in the form of initial point P. Initial point P. So if I got the equation on initial point, if they given the transform point and transformation matrix, I can get the initial points easily, right? So what I am going to do is, I have P dash equal to transformation matrix into initial point. I am going to multiply both the sides, the inverse transformation matrix. Well, this multiplied with this multiplied with this. Okay. So this transformation matrix and inverse matrix cancels. I am going to have only P, the initial point value. So that P equal to the inverse transformation multiplied with the transformed points P dash. Well, the same inverse transformation will be same for different transformations: translation, scaling, rotation and reflection. So now I got this equation in the form of initial points P, which is having the matrix multiplication of inverse transformation matrix with the transformed points. Okay. Well, this transformation matrix has the inverse value. It is going to have the inverse values. Okay. So if you see in the translation here before inverse, what are the matrix? What are the values in the matrix? We have 1 0 tx, 0 1 ty, 0 0 1, where tx and ty are translated distance in x and y respectively, right? So if we inverse the homogeneous translation matrix, we are going to have this scaling values in a negative sign. So the values in the matrix are 0 1 minus tx, 0 1 minus ty, 0 0 1. Okay. So same with the rotation. Before inverse, we have cos theta minus sin theta 0, sin theta cos theta 0, 0 0 1. If I inverse the rotational matrix, I am going to have the negative value of the angular value. So that is cos minus theta minus sin minus theta 0, cos sinus sin theta, cos minus theta 0, 0 0 1 will be your inverse rotational geometric transformation matrix. Same with scaling. Inverse of scaling is the inverse of Sx and Sy, where Sx and Xy are scaling factors in x and y direction respectively. So I am just going inverse of the Sx, that is 1 by Sx, 0, 0, 0, 1 by Sy, 0 and 0, 0, 1 will be your scaling or inverse scaling geometric transformation matrix, and that will be same for mirror or reflection. The inverse of mirroring or reflecting the body about x-axis is the negative value of the mirroring of or reflecting of the body in x direction. Same y, the inverse of y. If I am reflecting the body about xy plane, I am going to have the inverse value of the reflection about x and y value. So wherever you get the numericals on inverse values, you just have to use these matrices to find out the values. If we have inverse of translation, just the p value is equal to homogeneous transformation matrix, inverse of that one multiplied with the transform points p dash. You have to use just this. Okay. So when next comes is your concatenated transformation. Let me write it. Concatenated transformation. So what is concatenated? So if you go by word, concatenated means the composite value, the combined value of value. So if you go concatenated transformation is a combination of two or more transformations. So we are going to have a combination of two or more transformations. That may be the translation, rotation, reflection or scaling. If we are going to combine two or more transformations, we are going to have concatenated transformation or a composite transformations. Okay. So let's say I have a body which is scaled up, after that rotated, after that it is translated to some distance. Okay, not only a single body, first scaled up, then rotated, then translated to some distance. So it is a combination of three transformations. Okay, so to find out the transformed value after scaled up, after rotated, after translated, I want a concatenated transformation matrix. Okay, I want a concatenated transformation matrix. So what it is? First it is scaled up, then it is rotated, then it is translated. So I need the combination of all these matrices in a single matrix. So I am going to have the concatenated transformation, which is a multiplication of all these matrices. But only you have to take care is you have to go from downwards to upwards. Well, first scaled up, then rotated, then translated. So translated multiplied with rotation multiplied with scaling. You understood what I said? I have a line. Okay. Well, it is scaled double, then it is rotated at this angle, and it is translated to this distance. So this concatenated transformation is going to give you the final values after scaling, after rotating, after translating. Okay, just you have to take care, you just have to go from lower side to upper side. Okay, so this is our concatenated transformation. So it's a concatenated transformation is a combination of two or more transformations. Okay, just we have to multiply all the transformations in a backward direction. Okay, So why we are doing this? Why we are doing this? So if you concatenate or composite two or more geometric transformation in a single matrix, it is going to increase the performance of the graphics package. It is going to increase the performance of the graphics package. जब एक है, when we are going to have only one, the scaling, that is simple. After that it is rotated, that is only one, that is also simple. If it is translated, that is also simple. But the same body is enlarged, then rotated, then translated, we cannot find the final values easily, right? So that's why we are going to use the concatenated transformation matrix. Let's solve one numerical on concatenated transformation matrix. So it says a line A which having the coordinate points 5, 5 and B 10, 15 is to be rotated about point B by 60 degree in counterclockwise direction. Let's represent this in a Cartesian coordinate system. This is X and this is Y. This is 0, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16. Well, A has 5, 5. Let me write it here. A line has A 5, 5 and B has 10, 15. Okay, let me represent this one first. 5, 5. Well, this is 5 and this is 5. This is A 10, 15. 2, 4, 6, 8, 9, 8, 10. This is 10. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14. This is 15. So this is 10. Well, this is A and B. And this line is to be rotated about point B. About point B by 60 degree in counterclockwise direction. So theta is equal to 60 degree. Okay. Well, about point B, we are going to rotate the body, whole body, about point B 60 degree counterclockwise. Counterclockwise in this direction. So this line is going to rotate 60 degree in this direction. Okay, counterclockwise. So if the body is rotating counterclockwise, we have to take theta value positive. If it is rotating clockwise direction, we have to take a theta value in a negative direction, that is minus 60 degree. Okay. So after that he says find the new position of point A and B of this line. Okay. Find the new position of this point A and B of the line. So what we do? We have to do the concatenated transformation of the body, right? Because we rotated the body about B 60 degree counterclockwise direction. So it has only one geometric transformation, rotation, right? So we cannot do concatenated transformation. But you have to consider this one. If we rotated this body about any point, we are also having the translation of the body from this position to some other position. Okay. So first we have to take the transformation or translation of the transformation matrix. This is 1 0 tx 0 1 ty 0 0 1, right? 1 0 tx 0 1 ty. Well, if you see, I need tx and ty, right? I need tx and ty because after rotation I am going to have some translated distance of this body, but I am rotating the body about point B, about point B. So whatever the angle, whatever the distance, it is changes, but this line will not be changes. Okay. So this distance it is going to have both in tx and ty. So I can write tx minus 10 and minus 15. Because the value of B is 10 and 15, I am going to take negative values of this one because we are rotating the body about point B. So this Px is minus 10 and minus 15. Let's say that I rotated the body above point A. So my Tx and Ty will be minus 5 and minus 5. Okay. After that, we can have the rotational transformation matrix, which will be cos theta minus sin theta 0, 0, cos theta minus sin theta 0, sin theta cos theta 0, 0, 0, 1. So cos, this is positive 60, cos 60, sin 60, 0, sin 60, well this is minus sin 60, this is cos 60, this is 0, 0, 0, 1. After that, well, after rotation, before rotation, we have the changing or translating of the whole body. But we have to recover it, right? So what I am going to do is, I am just going to take the inverse of the transformation matrix. So the inverse is the minus of minus Tx minus Ty. This is 1, 0. Minus of minus 10 is plus 10, 0, 1, 15, 0, 0. So what I need to find out is a concatenated transformation from backward to upwards. So this is the inverse of translation, rotation and translation. Okay. So the final value, I am going to write it down directly. So concatenated transformation values is equal to 0.5 minus 0.866, 18, 0.866, 0.5 minus 1.16, 0, 0, 1. So I found out the concatenated transformation, but I want a new values of A and B after rotating 60 degree about point B, 60 degree counterclockwise about point B. So my A dash will be the concatenated transformation multiplied with the original point A, and B dash will be concatenated transformation multiplied with the original points B. Okay. So while B will not be changes because we are rotating the body above point B. So B remains same. So B dash has the values 10, 15, 1. Well, A dash, I will write it down directly. A dash is 16.17, 5.67, and this is 1. So this is how you have to solve for the concatenated transformation matrices. Okay. So in the next class we are going to solve some more problems on the concatenated transformation for different geometric transformations. Okay. Thank you.